I had to think about building this section for about 2 weeks and scratch my head. Finally, one day I got out and I built this section in here, and the wall leans in. So it was a little tough, but I put a post in here that's solid, and I went ahead and built in the screen door. And as you can see, this comes up, but right here it tips in. So the wall itself right here tips in. And the screen, I trimmed that out and I put screen in it because I'm from Florida. There's a lot of mosquitoes in Florida, don't want them in the vehicle.
Absolutely.
And then on the inside, before I come out, I was thinking it was going to be pretty cold, so I have plexiglass windows in it to keep the cold out.
And so, yeah, this is the unique part that you actually have a false door, so to speak. And so what inspired you to do that? Was it just the insects or something else?
No, I had seen one other van that was built like this. An older woman in England had hers built, and I liked it. And I used to have just the screen that went across here, and they would tear, and you'd have a problem getting them to close, and I just got tired of it. I took it out and built it in. I decided to build a door to section off the cab, and I put it up there, and if you look down below, you will see my little doggy door. That is for my little dog.
Oh, is your dog with you on this trip?
No, she is not. She's home with her mother because she does not like to ride, so.
Okay, and what's your dog's name?
Susie.
Susie.
Yes.
So big shout out to Susie.
Yes. And then you just walk through and you can go right up to the cab. My bed, this table right here drops. I'm going to drop it. The table drops down.
Yep.
And the bed, it just, one finger, and you can just slide it out. And when you slide it out, the back will drop down and you have a bed. Now, it will come all the way out to make a queen bed. There's 4 inches of memory foam, and this is a bamboo mattress.
Those I've heard are great.
They are great. And the reason I have the bamboo is because I had another van that had it in it, and I removed it when I sold the van, so I kept the bamboo.
And so why did you make the sliding system like that? It's a very clever system. How did you come up with that?
Well, to begin with, that just slides on the wood. That's all, and you can lift up on it and you just slide it, and you can pull it in and out with one finger.
Wow, that is excellent.
To begin with, when I first built it, the wall come out to here, and my wife complained that it was not enough room, which I agree. I went ahead and I sat and I thought about it, and I cut back my garage area in half, moved it all back, framed a wood bench over top of my water storage area, and then I built this over here just for the seat. And then I built a table where the table just flips up.
Oh, and so you really have seating for 2 right there, right across from each other on that table.
Yes.
You have some big cabinets in here. So
yes.
What's all the storage for there?
This is for my clothes. I ended up taking more clothes than I'll ever need, but you know,
do.
Yeah. So yes, they're clothes. They're pretty good sized cabinet. First time I've ever made cabinets. My neighbor who makes cabinets said, it's just a box. Don't worry about it, just make it. Now these cabinets I built the same way. They're smaller, but they're just for storage for my dishes and my coffee cups and coffee and so on and so forth. I have my frying pan and a lot of my utensils on the wall. I got tired of getting down here in these cabinets and looking for them. So I just put them on the wall so I don't have to go looking for them. And I got a $5 magnet that I put on here, and you can just stick your silverware or your utensils on it.
I like your silverware organizer here.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Where did you find that?
I found that on Amazon. I looked probably for an hour and a half for something like that, and it comes with the silverware. and it ran about $20, and they have different colors. And as you can see, I just put a screw on each corner, and now when I'm out here cooking and I want a spoon or a fork, I just reach over and get it. You don't have to get down in the drawers. Something else I put in here that I really like is I have a stainless steel 10-inch deep sink, and it's good for doing dishes. And I've got running water.
Oh wow!
Yes, that's a 12-volt pump underneath. I wished I would have bought a smaller pump because it really flies out of here.
And how much fresh water do you have?
12 gallons.
12 gallons, okay.
Yes.
And what do you do for gray water?
I have a gray water tank under here also.
And then tell me about your stove system. It's a nice looking stove.
Yes, I bought it on Amazon as well as I bought everything else on Amazon. It's just propane. The propane tank sits in the rear of the van on the driver's side in the rear. This cabinet, my wife hates it, but this cabinet right here, everybody likes the louvers, and I painted it myself. And I bought the cabinet in Texas at a Goodwill store.
I like the color. I think it brightens the place up for sure.
Yes, I do too. In here, this is a working project that I'm going to do here. This is all the canned goods that I have.
Oh, it's a lot of storage.
It is a lot of storage.
Wow.
But now I find myself getting down low and going in here to get stuff. What I'm going to do when I get back home, I'm going to make a deep drawer, put it in here where I can slide it out. I'll be able to pull it out and be able to see down in here to what I have and what I don't have.
So it looks like there's also something underneath your canned good. It looks like it's the best seat in the house.
Yes, it is the best seat in the house.
So I'm guessing that's where your toilet is.
Yes, I have a nature head toilet. It just slides out. Now, it was on a slider. My wife will kill me for telling you this, but it was on a slider. The slider was about that high, worked great. She wanted it on a slider. So when she sits on it, her feet's about that far off the ground, and she complained. So I had to remove it so her feet would touch the ground.
You know, I can't blame her for that. That's uncomfortable if your feet are dangling where you go in the bathroom. So you've been pretty happy with the nature head?
The nature head run me $1,000, and I would do it again today. It's wonderful. I love it. I drilled a hole, ran the vent down underneath of the van, and it's got a very small fan that takes little to no power, and there is no odor. It runs it right through.
What inspired you to buy a van and build it out?
I have had several. I've had sailboats that I've redone. I've had buses that I've redone, and I got tired of redoing them all. So I had a bunch at home. I sold them all. I took the money, I bought a new van, I paid cash for it, and then I decided to do it out. It was going to be my last one, and this is it. Oh,
excellent. So this is the ultimate build out for you.
Yes. But now I'm already thinking about maybe buying another one and doing it.
So it sounds like it's kind of an addiction for you, like building things out.
I think so, yes.
All right, that's fair. And do you have a carpentry background?
No.
And so how did you learn to do all these things?
I just have a knack for doing it, and I just do the best I can. Sometimes I have to sit and think for a long time and look at it to figure it out, but then I just do it.
Now, are you full-time on the road? Are you part-time on the road? How often are you out on the road, I guess?
I go home for about a month and a half or 2 months, and I aggravate my wife enough, and she'll say, go ahead, go on another trip, and I get to go on another trip.
Perfect. So are you purposely aggravating her, or it just happens naturally?
Sometimes purposely, sometimes naturally.
All right, I can relate to that, so I get it.
It was around $15,000. I figured that the build cost.
All right.
But I mean, I'm talking about everything, because you've got nature head toilet, which is expensive. You got the air conditioner. Just the odds and ends, when you add everything together, it adds up.
It does. And you did mention those big ticket items, and so that definitely inflates the prices quite a bit.
Yes.
So if someone were to maybe not do some of those bells and whistles, what do you think they could maybe build it for? If you know, a similar build, but maybe not some of those bells and whistles.
If they're just going to insulate it, I use sheep wool. You can get a little bit cheaper insulation, but I recommend sheep wool. But and then you got the wood cost, and the wood cost is really not that much because it's not that big. So you might be going maybe $1,000 on all of your wood, including your flooring. You're probably looking at somebody doing it for maybe $6,000.
Okay, it's almost half.
Yes, it is. On the roof, I have two 100-watt Regency solar panels, and I ran the wiring back, and it comes down through the back of the van, and it comes down and it goes into this Jackery 1000. That's what I have right now, is a Jackery 1000.
Oh, okay.
It works great.
So no issues with the power supply at this point?
No issue at all.
Are most of the things in this rig 12 volt at this point, and there's no 120 volt?
There is 120. I got the air conditioner up here with heat strip in it there. I can plug in my generator, which will run all of this. And I also have a 120 strip in here. It's back in here. And if I want to plug electrical items in there, I can plug them in there while the generator or while I'm hooked up to shore power. The refrigerator is a Alpine Cool.
Okay.
And I can open it up for you.
That'd be great, yeah. It's not too much trouble.
No, it's not. Not really.
So it's in a little bag.
Yes, well, you have to buy
Inside
the bag separate. The bag's about $70, but if you're somewhere where it's going to be hot, I recommend that, and it's an insulated bag.
Oh wow! All right.
Yes, this is the freezer side, and this is the refrigerator side. I don't have anything in the freezer right now, so you can see the controls over there. It has the temperature, and I just got both sides refrigerator right now. The air conditioner comes with a control, and it is a soft start air conditioner. So that means it doesn't take a lot of power to get it started to run. I bought it because it is a low top on top of the van. And I parked the van in my carport, which when I pull it in with this air conditioner on it, it's 2-inch clearing. I like it because if you buy a air conditioner for a camper, they're generally loud. Yeah. This is very quiet. It has different speeds. You can adjust it to where as soon as the air conditioner stops, the fan will stop, or as soon as the heat stops, the fan will stop. But it's very, very quiet. It's not like a rocket in here being shot up in the air or something. This is a great air conditioner. I think it run me $1,800, but I believe it was worth every penny. I drilled a hole in the side of the van, and I put the shore power plug in. So I can hook up here. I've got two cables. One that I can hook up to shore power, which is about 15, 20 foot long. And I made a short one. This is homemade, so it goes around and it will plug into my generator. So when I start my generator, I have electric inside if I want electric. The generator's a 4500 Pulsar. And it's a little overkill for what I have here. It's rated 3700. Instant hot water shower. And I put this little deck on for the ramp, so I have a curtain. The curtain is down there, and the curtain will go from door to door. I can open both the doors up. It goes door to door, and I put the curtain up, and I use clamps, these clamps here to hold the curtain. And then I can just take this out, and I have it sort of tied up here. We'll untie it. And I have a hook that I can hook it up here, and I can stand here and take a shower, or I can hold it and take a shower, and it works great. And what I use for water for the shower, instead of using my fresh water in there, I'll have a 5-gallon pail, and I just drop the end of it down in the 5-gallon pail. And here's the pump for it. I put the pump on here, and I can just hit this switch, and it will turn it on, and it will start pumping water out of the pail that I have, and then you have hot water. After I go in and I close up, and I have my lights on inside, and it's all lit up, it seems like I'm in a little cabin. And it's so homey and so comfortable. Sometimes I get home, and sometimes I just want to go out and get in my van in my little cabin, and the bed in there is comfortable. It's just great.
I could see it. It reminds me of like a little cabin in the woods, very cozy, very comfortable. Wilford, thank you so much for opening up your home to us and showing us all the intricacies of it and just the beautiful build that you did.
Well, I appreciate it, and I hope that people watch the video and maybe they can get some ideas for their own rig.
Absolutely, and I think the advice you gave earlier was incredibly helpful. Just sometimes you have to just sit there, look at the problem, and see like how to solve that problem. And
Yes.
I think that's going to make a big difference, because I know I've done that as well, just where I'm like, I can't figure this out, and you sit with it for a while, maybe invite a few friends over and say, hey, what do you guys think of this problem? But I do think that not making rash decisions, very, very good advice.
Yes.
So thank you for that. Folks out there, what did you think of the beautiful build? Have you ever seen a vehicle that had the false door there where you actually open the sliding door and then open it up? Would you do something like that in your build? Let us know in the comments below. If you got something out of today's video, please go ahead and give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, and until next time, we'll see you all down the road. So long, guys.